AM 1100.
The opinions expressed during the sponsored programs on this station are strictly those of the program hosts, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of Beasley Broadcast Group, this station, its staff, other advertisers, or agencies.
You have just entered the building with your boys, King and Sane. Welcome to Shop Talkin' Random-ish, where conversation rules the nation and no topic is off limits.
You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Now welcome your hosts, Rick King and Will Sane.
Greetings, Atlanta, America, worldwide internet. Thank you for tuning in to WWWE 1100 AM, The Real. You're on Shop Talking Randomish with King and Sane, and the lovely Starlight is in the building.
Thank you.
I am Will Sane.
It's your boy Rick King. I am in the building. I'm not behind the glass. I'm not on the boards. I am. I shall be. I am.
Yeah. And I'm here too.
Who are you?
The lovely Starlight.
Oh, okay. Who are you again?
Really? I'm not no longer family.
I mean,
you family?
You family. Sometimes you don't know who family is. Yeah, that be going on live. Y'all know what this is. This ain't nothing but some good old-fashioned barbershop style conversation. In this here barbershop, no conversation is taboo. We ain't got but one rule and one rule only. What is that rule, Will?
That rule is say what you mean what you say. Just don't be mean when you say it. Starlight, please tell the people where to call if they want to be a part of the show and to join the show.
The number is 404-603-8770.
If you're in your mammy baby, please let her know. It's not one of them 999999999. Please let mama know they're not one of them 999 freaky dicky numbers. But every now and then they get a little freaky dicky in the building. Maybe not tonight. Maybe not. But please let her know that the phone call is on us. You can call us at 1-888-926-7562. You can also find us on Facebook Live. Talking Random-ish is the page. Facebook Live. Talking Random-ish is the page. We on right now. Not now, but right now. You can also find us on Google Play Podcast. You can also find us on Apple Podcast. You can also find us on Spotify Podcast and wherever the hell else Greg is gonna put us. Because if you see these wonderful things that's going on, and while we a little bit late, we trying to get things set up. We got some things going on by the co-producer extraordinaire Greg Hurd.
Thank you very much.
Hey, get that. Wherever he put us at, we are now open.
Yeah.
What's good?
Everything. How are y'all people?
I'm good, sir.
Great to have you in the building.
Hey man, we got another surprise gift behind.
I got another present.
What we got?
Yes, sir. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy DJ 9D up in the building.
Light skin.
Light skin is in the building. Young Drake.
Yes, sir.
What's good with you, Drake?
Hey, hold on,
Yeah.
He's been gone so long, he done came back and changed his name.
Yeah.
He ain't old school no more. What's your name now?
Man, DJ 9D, man.
Okay.
Tune in, kicking it old school every Thursday at 8, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Right?
It's still younger than me.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been coming to this shop for years. It's always gonna be youngin', man.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
learning from the OGs yourselves.
Man, where you get that shirt from, man? That's like the old
That's
school
his daddy's shirt,
I
bro.
got-
That's his daddy's shirt.
from like MTV Jams or something.
Nah,
man.
it live in color. You know, I was chilling
One
out
of
with
them, yeah.
Ed Lover and Dr. Dre, so me and him was, kicking it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing.
Hey man, if y'all looking at Facebook Live right now, y'all got the triple screen thing going on. Boy, it's exciting time, but boy, hey man, I'm sorry, y'all. Did you get a look? I'm like a little kid in the candy store right now.
Just happy.
Just happy. Hey man, what you doing? I seen you finally post a picture of your daddy.
Oh, you see him?
Yeah, I seen you post a picture of Pops, man.
Yeah.
Pop look like he got on Pop's shirt.
Yeah.
So when I say he got on his daddy's shirt,
I don't got it on his shirt, though. I swear
Pops,
I know.
what Pops
Pop look like he about 30.
Pop Young look. Pop Young too.
No, mother Pop like what? 40. He just turned 49. Not too long ago.
But Pop, like, hey,
Daddy.
he look like a young man, and
Y'all could be his daddy.
he got on his daddy. When I say he got on his daddy's shirt, he got on his daddy's shirt, man.
Daddy's still rocking cool.
Yes sir,
Man,
yes
whatever,
sir,
man.
yes sir.
But nah, man, just learning, man. Just trying to soak up some game.
Hey, Youngster, let me ask you a quick question before we get started with anything, man.
What's up?
How's this issue going on in the world affecting the young man, man? I know we slightly touched on it, and hopefully one day me and Will gonna get on your show so we can have a young school, old school type conversation.
Oh, yeah. Anytime.
So we can join these minds. But how is this thing affecting you as a young man, man?
You know, just growing up being a black male, man, just growing up, you used to taking the crickets with the straights, man. You used to surviving. And like I said, growing up, I always had them OGs around me to prepare me for certain things that's unexpected, you know what I'm saying? And I just try my best to just maintain, man, just try to get through it. You know, it's always going to be a brighter day. And, you know, this police brutality is out of hand. This virus is out of hand. And yeah, man, we just trying to survive, man. Our young generation out here trying to survive. And on top of that, you know, half of these other brothers out here that really breaks my heart, man. But half of these other brothers out here, man, are really, really lost, man. And still doing the same things, you know, taking out one another over some nonsense. And you know, it's really confusing to me personally, just because, you know, I know the truth of what's going on, but being the fact of the matter is that we have Black Lives Matter thing going on and we turn around killing each other, man. It's really causing confusion of what's the purpose of us, you know, marching and stuff, because at the end of the day, you know, you still have brothers lost, and it's not their fault, man. It's just the system. It's just the years and years of oppression that you know, pretty much had a domino effect to the next generation. You know, we still getting affected by stuff that happened hundreds of years ago. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I'm just trying to learn and just stay up out the way, and I'm conscious. You know what I'm saying? But I just really want my other brothers to know out there that we conscious, that they need to get on the train. You know what I'm saying? Of just consciousness, just knowing thyself.
Gotta snap out of hating each other.
Exactly.
Knowledge yourself. Well,
you gotta snap out of hating each other.
Well,
man.
let me ask you this question. My generation, me and Will's generation, introduced this system of snitching. No snitches. Snitches get stitches.
We didn't introduce it. That's young Benedict. We've all been indoctrinated, and that's been through decades and generations. That's been forever.
But
I think that goes back to slavery, back to the slave days. Is, hey, if I'm doing something, you don't tell. If I'm running away, you don't tell where I'm going. And if I'm doing something else bad, you don't tell.
The definition of a snitch is if me and you do a crime together
and know what the repercussions of it.
Yeah, and I tell on you, that's me snitching on you.
Yes.
Very much so.
If what is not the definition of snitching is if all of us in this room know Greg killed somebody, but we letting Greg walk around our neighborhood like it's okay, like he ain't did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But one day I decide to tell because Greg need to get up out my neighborhood because he's infected my neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
That's not snitching.
Not at all.
That's doing what we need to do to make sure our community, policing our own community.
Mm-hmm.
That's policing self, policing community.
Now, hold on though. If you only tell him because you just found out Greg snaked your girl. That's the reason you tell him now. I don't know now.
He got to go.
He got to go.
He got to go.
I'm call you a snitch now.
That's still not the definition of.
I know, but if
that's still like the definition.
The only reason you tell him is because you know that Greg snaked your girl.
Hey, Greg ain't had no business. He ain't had no business. Because Greg, we know you be out there getting.
They forgot to change the names of those
involved.
My bad.
I mean,
they are not protecting the innocent.
Greg. I mean, we didn't mean co-producer extraordinaire, Greg.
But nah, man.
Even though he be getting them ladies, and be doing the horrors and things.
I advise anybody this, man. When it comes down to just snitching and not snitching or whatever case may be, if you know you're getting yourself into stuff, because all of us, let's be real, all of us would be surprised at what we would do if we were in certain situations and hungry.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
If you're back up against the wall, you'll be surprised what you do.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking that off. But the fact of the matter is, if you know what you're getting yourself into, and you know you have your homeboy, whoever coming and riding with you, that knows what you're about to do, you feel me? Then that's a certain line of snitching and breaking the code or whatever case may be. But if you have somebody around you that's not solid, that's in and out, whatever case may be, and you may not even know it's still the codes of the streets. But police in the neighborhood, I definitely agree with that, because at the end of the day, you know, we already know we can't have Black Panthers, or the government gonna come in here and try to wipe that out. We know by the history.
Here's the thing.
What's up?
I don't think the government will give a damn if you have Black Panthers actually in your neighborhood doing what the Black Panthers were part of what the Black Panthers were originally about, because a part of it was actually policing the police. Another part was actually serving the community. Now the serving the community part, I really doubt the government will be involved or be upset with us actually having organizations police and organize our communities.
Maybe it was a different time, but from the history that I've been looking at, you know, from the original, you know, Huey P. Newton, the founder of the Black Panther Party, you know, they wasn't too fond of, you know, us policing our own community.
He was policing the community and them.
Yeah.
So it was more so because you keep speaking out against the oppressor had to shut it down before too many people realized, oh, okay, yeah, he might be speaking about some stuff. But when it was just about you monitoring you, it's fine, because it's been that way with almost any subgroup. If the subgroup is only worried about the subgroup, they don't care. It's when they start worrying about the powers that be and start taking the subgroup to realize we need to go into the powers that be to really get stuff handled. That's where the comes in and shakes things up and pushes everybody back and makes everybody scatter again.
Yeah. So it was so I feel so like sort of like, so what you're saying is, but if we actually had people who would actually police our neighborhoods, I don't think the government would interfere. But it's just like we got going on right now. There's a difference in what's going on right now. Because at first it was kind of like, let me say this. I think Keisha's messing up. I'm going to tell you straight up. I think Keisha, the mayor of Atlanta, is messing up. She's messed up. I'll put it that way. Because I put the death of Sequoia Turner on her watch, because she allowed for a group of individuals to take over a city street in Atlanta to where it's harmful and now deadly for people to go into that area. Even if they go by mistake, as seen by the girl and her mother. Her mother driving, goes to turn around, the car gets shot up, uncalled for.
She allowed?
She allowed it. The reason why I say she allowed it is because she did not have the police. First of all, she didn't have the police back. She lost faith in the police. The policemen lost faith in her having their back. So therefore, they were not able to enforce any type of law to get those guys walking around that street and in that area with the guns out of that area. So yes, I say if you allowed that to go on because you knew that was going on in your city, you allowed it. So that is on you. We elect you to keep your citizens safe. You're not keeping your citizens safe anymore.
But we also entrust the police to keep our cities safe.
But see, I'm not talking about the police anymore.
But no.
When you shut the police down,
she hadn't shut the police down.
The
police had not been shut down.
She shut the police down.
Okay, just taking.
When did she shut them down?
Yeah.
Taking her off the table. Let's just look at the chain of command. Yes, right now, the middle of command or middle authority issue is where the real problem is. However, if you in a corporation or you in any type of business, once you the head,
she's gonna take the blame.
Everything
goes. Well, actually, she shouldn't. It should go on the governor.
No, this is her city.
I mean, the governor opened up the city.
But that's the
governor. Didn't the governor open up the city?
The governor opened up the state.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's like, okay, if we look at just the city.
The state. That's even worse.
Hold on. What you say?
I'm saying if you just look at how it is. Okay, you got community looking at the peace officers who are supposed to be there. Then you have them looking at the mayor and her cabinet who are supposed to be there. She is looking at the governor because she's up underneath him. He's looking at the president because he's up underneath them. When it's all messed up, the full blame officially goes all the way to the top. However, each section has to take, even if your responsibility is just to say, I dropped the ball on this, if each section took their responsibility, all of this stuff would get diminished a lot quicker. But nobody wants to take any type of responsibility. Everybody's pointing fingers, even if it's a right finger to point. It's just at some point, you gotta take, even if it just goes all the way back down to that man or that young man who did it.
Oh yeah, it's really
if he just steps up and say, I messed up, I made a mistake, then we wouldn't have to be worrying about the police coming after him.
I feel like
we wouldn't have to be worrying about the mayor going after the police, the governor coming after her, the president coming after him, the National Guard, and we wouldn't have to worry about that chain of command.
I feel like the people need to take the initiative to just think the right way, think, logical, you know what I'm saying?
Can't when you're emotional though.
But what I'm saying is,
that's the hardest thing to do.
Rational thinking has gone out the window.
You're too emotional right now, and you're right. Everyone needs to think logically, but they're thinking with their emotions is the problem.
Sometimes you need to break the rules in order to do the right thing. I feel like, because at one point in time, I work in the grocery store full time. At one point in time, when this thing hit, when this pandemic first hit, you couldn't even wear no mask. I went into work, I wore a mask, right? Mm-hmm. I almost got sent home to the point of suspension because I had a mask, because I ain't want to make y'all, the consumers, feel uncomfortable. Now,
that's what they told me. They told you don't wear a mask.
Because
now,
it has to be a policy.
Now, it's mandatory now. So what I'm saying is, sometimes, let's be real, sometimes you need to think logical for yourself. You shouldn't depend on the other person to be like, oh, okay, it's open now, everybody go out there, and with no results. Come on, man, like for real.
Yeah,
like for real.
To me, this is Rick Kane talking. The federal government dropped the ball on this thing.
Wait a minute, on what? On
this pandemic.
Are we talking about? Okay, so are we talking about the pandemic, or are we talking about what happened in Atlanta? We're talking about some of the.
I mean, all of this stuff is leading back to Atlanta. I mean,
but I'm gonna get back to the Atlanta thing.
Okay, so now we're on the pandemic.
I'm on the pandemic.
So on the pandemic, the federal government dropped the ball.
I mean, America caught the coronavirus. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
America caught the coronavirus. That's the whole reason why
Atlanta's
she using that because she's on the hot seat right now.
No, man.
That's the same thing as when Fox News people get on Fox News and after they say something racist. Oh, I'm taking a vacation, a vacation that I had planned. You're just trying to get off the hot seat.
Nah, man.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
I'm listening. Go ahead. You ain't sick. Go ahead.
See,
go ahead. She ain't sick. Go ahead.
So why would she? Why would she?
She ain't sick. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Why would she do that?
Because she knows she's on the hot seat.
Hot seat to what?
Because
she's on the hot seat. Atlanta's been on the hot seat.
She's terribly handling this whole situation.
Atlanta has the state of Georgia. No, okay, we're gonna talk about it all. The state of Georgia has handled this.
We're talking about her city. Okay. I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking about her city.
The state of Georgia has handled this wrong.
I can agree on that.
From the inception of it.
I can agree on that. So I'm talking about, but the governor isn't talking about, oh, I gotta take a step away from everything. The governor isn't taking a step.
He needs to take a step away.
I don't think he does. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Because him opening up the state,
the only thing I would say
has not helped the state. The numbers were not going down. It wasn't on the right hand. Nothing about him opening up the state was the right decision.
Yeah.
For the
nothing about it.
I don't know. I'm asking you, Starlight, because you're a teacher.
I'm in it. I see this every day.
Hold on. I'm asking Starlight because she's a teacher, and now it's coming back that they want you guys to go back to school and everything. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about going back to school? The possibility of actually going back to school.
Thankful for the fact that I work at a charter school, and we have a governing board who decides what we do. However, I would actually prefer to see my students as I start teaching them, especially the fact that it's, a whole new set of kids. But we will be working virtually for the first quarter, so the first 9 months. We're virtual. However, we do have it in the plan that if numbers start to trend down, we will open up for face-to-face. But the thing is, with our situation, we actually, as teachers and as the parents and as all parts of the school, we got asked by our principal we were given certain options, and we got asked, all right, out of these options, which would you vote for, this, that, or whatever. And it actually came back that our face-to-face got a little bit more votes, but once the board looked at everything, they were saying they felt better starting off virtually.
Because of safety concerns?
Yes, and then also the fact that we are a small population, but our population comes from a bigger circle.
Would y'all be able to, in your environment that you're in right now, would you be able to, in the school that you teach in, would you be able to do the distancing? Do you see yourself being able to do the distancing if y'all came back?
The way schools are set up, you cannot distance kids in enough distance and still have room to teach. And that's been the problem that most teachers have been saying, because the people that are trying to just force the decision, they're not thinking this. But like, I know Fulton County has a plan in place that they're trying to figure out. They've already at least pushed back their start date. And they're giving the option of, if you do want to come into class, these are what your stipulations might be. If you want to do virtual, that's fine. Just make sure basically they're holding anybody that definitely chooses virtual. You are fully accountable for what your child does if their child is not old enough to be mature enough to do everything. And then I know APS hasn't even come. They're still finalizing their plan because they don't want to rush into. But then you have some counties where it's like, we're gonna go back if they open up, and it's more so. Like, I know I've heard teachers just across the world or across the country concerned, like, okay, well, what happens if a teacher gets sick or a child gets sick?
Yeah.
I don't look at this virus as like a death sentence. However, I do look at it the same way I look at regular flu season, because I teach young kids.
Yeah.
You can't play with that.
That's
so
what
I'll keep myself straight.
Yeah.
I make sure my class was always like, okay, you sneeze, please go wash your hands, sanitize it. That was always my thing before, because I've always worked with younger kids. But when you think about the fact that you don't know outside of your classroom, outside of your school, what the family is really going through, what they're able to do, what they're doing, where they were, where they're not, it's just like, I get it. However, if we weren't, as a country, being told by ineffective leadership who should have never had the leadership position to keep shoveling kids into classrooms, you're not getting funds, but this is what you're going to do. No.
It's no different.
Well, let me ask you a question. How do you social distance a classroom of 30 kids?
I'm gonna go back to something that Starlight just said.
Well,
I'm gonna give you that. Because one, I was wondering about her class, because she said that they're small, they're a charter school, so I was thinking they were smaller. So I was asking her specifically about hers. Could they probably do it because they probably have smaller class sizes? Now I don't think you can, but I'm gonna go back to something she said though. I'm starting to believe the same, is that this is just like the flu.
No, it's not.
Tell me, here's why I'm saying. Here's why I'm saying that. More and more people you find have had coronavirus and were asymptomatic, right? Didn't have any signs of it. Nothing, no harm, no foul. When I look at, if you pull up the death numbers, all right, the death numbers are still running similar to the flu. It's not like some rapid rate.
But that's also, I think, the problem was, because from the beginning, I looked into what the actual, not by name and what the strand was. And the first thing I thought was, had people treated this the way we act around flu season, I don't think the panic would have been as bad. It would have been people that are like, oh, okay, I got a little tickle in my throat that's been there for a while. My head feels a little cloudy. Oh, my temperature's up. Let me go see. Not immediately like, oh my God, I'm going to die. And it's just like, because you don't think that with the flu. You more than likely can be deceased from the regular flu strands we have out here. However, because the main strand of flu that is out here has been around for so many years and so many decades. We've gotten to that point, and
But what you're saying though, I think the flu. The reason why we have so fewer deaths in the flu is because we have vaccines for the flu though.
but even outside the vaccine,
let me tell you why I beg to differ in all this.
people-
Man.
Let me tell you why I
What do you
beg
bet?
to
Tell me where you
Let me
bet.
tell you why I beg to differ in all this. My homeboy uncle, he caught the flu. He you know, took a few meds. He was okay. This same uncle, same pre-existing conditions, caught corona. He died 3 days later.
did he immediately go to
He
the hospital?
went to the.
No,
I'm not trying to
Listen to
dismiss
what I'm
his
saying.
death.
No,
but
listen to what I'm saying.
what
does it have
I
to
didn't
do
say
with-
it's the same exact thing. I said it's similar
It's-
when the
okay.
death rate is similar.
Okay, but my argument to that is, I can catch the flu and have something else and make it through it. You got people that has pre-existing conditions and they catch the corona, they're not coming
But
home.
Rick, there are also
But
people who
it's-
catch the corona and still have pre-existing.
and there's also
No.
kids, and they also said the kid that young kids was getting the corona and they was okay. You just had a kid that played football for Penn State who died from catching the corona.
But this is for me.
That's right.
Like I'm
That's
not on
life.
the same. I'm not on the
That's
same
life.
path. I'm not on the
That's
full
life.
same path that Will is saying. But what I was saying is
Look at the go ahead.
when
We can
no. Let me
when
let
it's
me go. And I'll
flu
tell you.
season, people who know things about themselves take precautions. However, if you're a person that has never caught it, you immediately try to figure out what's going on and how that is going to affect your body. And that's my issue with the medical of it is it doesn't seem like they're trying to figure out why person A had it and nothing happened, but person B had it with a pre-existing condition and they struggled a little bit. Person C was asymptomatic, no pre-existing conditions, but died. Like, they're not going in depth into the people.
I think we
and that's my
I think
only
they actually
issue
do.
with
No, I
it.
believe they're doing their research. We just don't have no results.
Nothing is
That's
new
still, I
under
think
the
they're still
sun.
looking at that.
Nothing is new under the sun, y'all. Let's be real. Nothing is new under the sun. The reason why we are forced to pay bills in the pandemic, the reason why we are one of among the states that open up first, the reason why everything is happening the way it is because it's supposed to happen like this. Meaning everything is going as planned, bro. The logical way, if you can't move, if you can't be around people, it's not open up schools. The logical way, if it's really popping, we wouldn't be able to go to work or pay no bills right now just because it's serious. You feel me? I feel like, me personally, I'm just speaking for me. You feel me? I just feel like everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen, and it's really messed up. But it nothing is new under the sun, because in that case we would have had diseases from 100 years ago.
That's
The same disease.
Some of those are coming back,
take a break.
unfortunately.
Man.
But
We're
I
doing
feel
break.
you. I feel you
Man.
on that because
It's common
I-
sense, bro.
I
If
mean,
you want
no,
to
I
stop
get-
certain spreads, bro, if you want to stop like deaths and everything like that, man, put your pride to the side, put your money to the side, put your power to the side, and be logical and human about this situation.
But here's hold on. But here's something, and I don't know if this is what you're saying. You still gotta have businesses going.
Mm-hmm.
You're still gonna have to have. We're still gonna have to have day-to-day operations. You can't just stop the city.
I'm not saying
Just
stop
sit everybody
everything.
open.
Okay, we
You
have
can't-
essentials,
but-
right?
but
We
Will-
have essentials. We have essentials.
Yes.
Okay.
But Will, let's look at what Italy
Exactly.
and China
My
did.
point exactly.
Okay.
They shut that ish down.
My point exactly.
They shut that ish down.
They are also. China is also a communist country.
that has nothing to do.
They don't
with
have
it.
nothing to do with it.
Okay.
So
let's-
they have more
come on,
control.
bro.
So they have more control of their people.
Let me tell y'all something right now.
No, I get
y'all
what
do
you're saying.
not know what you're saying. If you think
No.
that we should
Come
do
on, man.
No,
what
it's
China
not
is doing,
about-
No.
you would not
No.
be able to
Come on,
do
dog.
it.
It's not about-
You
listen
would
to
not
what I'm
like
saying.
it.
See, you try. See,
No, I'm telling you,
no,
you
you
said
want to
what
go
you
to the
would
no. You see, you
They
took
went
that
to the extreme.
You have to go to the damn extreme,
Okay,
Will.
you would not like doing what they did. did.
Will,
What?
if you have to shut it down to get rid of it,
You don't. Y'all say what y'all know what shutting it down really mean.
real.
But
Hey,
there are
Will,
other
Will,
So-
you
so
can
you gotta-
have.
hold on, so-
You can
so-
have.
so Will-
Why is airport still open during the pandemic?
So Will, you got so you
Because-
okay? So you're okay.
How you gonna travel?
Car travel, shut it
Shit.
down.
So okay, nurses. All right, so let me let y'all know something that's going on.
I know.
Y'all might not understand this. I think y'all don't. There are nurses who are leaving smaller places
Going to bigger places.
to go to places
Yes.
like New York.
Yes, I know all about
You're
it.
not driving from El Paso, Texas to New York.
Will,
to
I know
go
all about
help.
it. I know all about it.
So okay, you need still transportation.
Okay, essential for
Okay,
essential,
okay,
for
hold on,
essential
time out,
personnel.
let me
Yes,
finish,
yes,
let me
I get
finish.
all that. Go ahead.
You need transportation when it comes to food.
Yes,
delivery.
yes, you gotta have that.
Do you need bills?
Yes.
Why?
We're a
Okay, so
capitalist
who's
country.
Why?
Okay, let me.
Why?
okay, let me-
If we have the
Mainly-
ability,
no,
what?
No.
Okay,
Mainly the
okay.
reason why
Because we
bills
live in a
exist,
capitalistic
we're a
society, that's why.
capitalist
So
country.
country. So,
Putting a dollar over somebody's
you're
life,
telling-
pretty
okay,
much, huh?
okay.
Dollars always been over humanity.
Oh, okay.
in
How's
America.
it going?
Okay.
So y'all
But,
okay.
but no. What Rick
So
was
y'all
saying
said-
about
go
I'm
ahead.
not. I
No,
mean,
you
I
go
feel
ahead.
you on the whole.
'Cause this is funny
no,
right
no,
now.
I feel you on the
But
whole
go ahead.
communist and how.
I wanna know how they think this works.
communism runs their governments. Not a fan, but to what Rick was saying, there are other countries who were like, look, we need to like they're not communists at all.
Mm-hmm.
We need to shut things down. We need to minimize everything, and because of how their citizens, or the majority, I would say majority of their citizens, respect their government, being if I like it right or wrong, this, that, or whatever, there's still enough respect that they were like, okay.
Didn't we try that?
When?
That's what I'm saying.
No. Stop for a minute. No. Stop for a minute. Didn't we try that?
When?
No,
No, y'all stop. I'm asking her a question.
Damn question.
I will answer your question.
You said
I will
didn't we
answer your-
start
I
it?
will
I asked when.
I will answer your question.
When?
But I'm asking Starlight right now. Didn't we try that? Did we try that?
it was attempted. However, I'm saying to the extent that
When?
other,
I'll
I'm
tell
saying
y'all
to
when.
the extent
No, I'll
that-
tell y'all when. But go
to
ahead,
the
Starlight.
extent that things were done in other places, it was not.
Okay,
And
now
it could have been.
Y'all
it
could-
would have been a whole. It
y'all
was a
fools
big
could not stay in the
inconvenience.
damn house. Y'all, they
That's-
told.
but that
okay,
has to do with
Let's do it.
people.
Let's do it.
let's do
Let's
it.
do it. You want to go to
That
break
has
first
do with
before we
how
do
the
it?
people
Starlight, you were locked
responded
down. Hold on.
to
Time out.
government.
Time out for 1 minute. Time out for 1 minute. Let me show you something real quick.
Please show it to
Let
Let me show you something real quick.
Show it.
I'm gonna show you something real quick.
Show it.
I love this show. I love doing this show.
Uh-huh.
This show is not freaking essential. They told people, listen to me now. They told us we on lockdown. All right? Only travel if you need to. You still want to come up here. Starlight, what did you say?
I came up.
How information
You
supposed
didn't
to
have-
be
no,
spread?
No,
though?
you're right. I
So
didn't have
you
to.
did
No, hold on.
They try to tell
But
y'all
guess what?
to
But guess
stay
what?
home, but you
But
still
how
want
you
to
They
get
didn't
stay
tell
home.
us. They didn't tell us.
How
They
you get your
said
information?
radio personnel.
This
Turn
show
the
was
volume
not
down.
was
Turn the
this
volume
show
down.
was
Turn the volume
not
down. Turn the volume down.
It was not
They-
one of those shows.
No, bro.
And it was an essential show, Rick.
but-
It was not. I love this show.
You're right.
And I love this shit.
Will. But guess what? Guess who was the only person here? Me. So
So once again, Rick, when they tell you to stay at home unless you really need to be somewhere,
Will.
you did not really need to be here.
But Will.
And Starlight and I told you
But guess
that.
what? Guess what?
Y'all
Guess what the
could- so
problem-
that
guess what the
shows
problem-
You
guess what the
couldn't
problem
do
is?
it when the government told you to do it.
the government didn't tell me. The government also said I was essential personnel.
How you supposed to
The
get your
government
information
also
though?
said that
That's what
radio-
I'm saying.
that
From the
radio-
radio
Rick,
station.
They said radio is essential.
It is. Believe me, it
Go look
is.
it up.
I would have stayed home.
Am I wrong? No, Will, am I
Straight
wrong?
up.
Let me say something. Let me say this. You know damn well if your job is essential or not. You know damn well if your job up here is essential or
Will,
not.
Will.
No.
Will.
This is
If
essential,
That's
Will.
the- Will.
Will,
That's
this
the
is
job of the
essential.
government. To me, that's the job of the government.
I
to
love
to
this
take
show.
to take. Look.
Starlight loves this show.
Guess what?
Hold on. Starlight, you love the show, correct?
For the most.
I love the show, correct? Were you here?
No, he was not.
Greg, were you here?
No, he was not. Yes, he was.
No.
worked days he had to work.
No. On the days he had to work,
He was here.
you were here.
Yeah.
All right. So after your job was done for the day when you were here, all right, because you did do shows where you had to be here.
Yes.
But for our show, is a show that you really
So
are
let me
here
ask you
for
this.
the show.
Let me ask you this. Why
ahead.
would I do shows for other people and not do my show?
Because, Rick, the thing is, it's just like we just saying. if you're gonna say the government says shut down the show,
But they didn't. The government didn't say shut down the show, Will.
If the government tells you that this is
essential job.
Okay, hold on. Essential job. Once you did your job, you did your job. This part right here that we're doing, it's not an essential job.
We not
if I'm
passing
here,
off information.
Hold on.
That's useful.
If I'm here doing my job,
Yes.
why in the hell would I not put my show on?
I'm not saying you shouldn't, but what I'm telling you,
Why in the hell would I not put my show
What I'm telling you is
on?
right. If you're gonna follow, what I'm saying is, if you're gonna follow the whole shutdown thing that the government says,
Will, he's going like
If
this.
this is essential, if this is essential,
this show is not essential. Everything
they
else
said
you do
radio
on
was
this show-
essential.
Rick, this show is not essential. I love the hell out of this show.
Will, you know what I would have said if I was the government?
What? Shut all this shit down. You know what certain people do, Rick? I'm gonna tell you what certain people do. There are radio shows who still do their show, but their people do it all from home.
No, but somebody's in the studio.
Yeah, the programmer.
Will.
What the hell am I, Will?
The programmer. You're
What the hell am I, Will?
You're a host.
No. What the hell am I?
Who are you? Who are you? You're the producer of the show.
We got two of
I
them.
don't
right
produce
here.
this show.
He's supposed to be the
No,
producer of the show.
Will-
You're supposed to be the host.
Will, who produces this damn show?
You now, because he don't do it anymore.
Man,
Will,
see?
who produces this show?
You now, but he don't do it
Okay,
anymore.
Will. Now, the shows that you listen to on the radio, there's one guy in the damn studio.
Yep.
That's you.
That is me.
Yes.
I'm doing my fucking show. Go to
People.
commercial.
Don't know coming to.
Yeah. I ain't your average rapper residing in Calabasas, mashing the Aston through Malagasy and Madagascar. I don't believe in your white Jesus and Last Suppers. I place value on brothers who never had justice. I am the black savage, Ali informant and Zaya fighting for black magic. Rifles and flak jackets, mama was suicidal, papa had bad habits. Product of true survival, rockin' like Black Sabbath. Hopping about the Chevy, Pac, Biggie, Machiavelli. OG like Nas and Reggie, culture like Oxenbelly. Voga like Akinelli, focus like Dr. Sebi. We did it your way, but now the culture is bopping to our Sinatra medley. I'm limitless energy, they gimmicks and imagery. Kendrick Cole and the Kennedys, lyrical holy trinity. General of the city, they into promoting silly beef. Keeping it Willie D, Weezy only a milli beat. Dream chasing, facing the enemy like in the meat. Tyler Perry writing my winning speech like it's Emmy week. Heart of gold, never sold my soul, Glock weighs a ton. Hove telling Lori Harvey no with Rock Nation brunch.
One life to live, just don't settle. One life I'ma live forever. Stand for something, fall for nothing, no. Rest in peace, the dead that's on my soul. You only die once and then you go. Who thought we'd be fighting all alone? Who don't know the rights from the wrongs? Truth comes to the light behind
How
it
much
all.
more do you want? You wanna send us back to where we came from, cause we just savages. Well, here's my kiss, yeah. I made a gold mine. I go back home, I'm a gold mine. We taking all the land back, they stole my cause what you reap now is what you sold my where your soul my goddamn.
One life to live, just don't settle. One life I'ma live forever. Stand for something, fall for nothing, no. Rest in peace, the dead that's on my soul. You only die once and then you go. Who thought we'd be fighting all alone? Who don't know the rights from the wrongs? Truth comes to the light behind it all.
If I ruled the world, I would go return all of the gold that was stole. Reupholster the nose on the Sphinx, it's a world war. They tryna take the soul out of soul. Get to say I sold out, I never sold out a show. Even though people drove out in droves, plus a whole lot of hoes, I suppose. On the road to success, you gotta pay the toll. I was told I don't hang with pawns, I'm Genghis Khan. Slain with a gang of cons that came with guns, who speak the language from the ancient ones. Dangerous, we shining, nigga, shame the sun. Do I move D or stay a Saint Laurent? Cause y'all fashion week in the Saint Milan. Calusa to your one, Ponce de Leon. Make sure it's peppercorn sauce on my filet mignon, my nigga.
One life to live, just don't settle. One life I'ma live forever. Stand for something, fall for nothing, no. Rest in peace, the dead that's on my soul. You only die once and then you go. Who thought we'd be fighting all alone? Who don't know light behind it
My
all.
first reaction, raise my hands up along with my antenna. Send it cause we born sinner. Kill it cause we want dinner. Try to warn it, but it keep on growing. Try to stay away from foreign. Better recognize when the devil show his horns. He enjoying his horns like Donna Goins. It's the difference between Yorn and Tamika and Lauren. Young Warren Buffett in the prime, you ain't even know it. How she supposed to get thick, you just be feeding her corn. With your corny head, why she fucking on your head, you know. Go to jail, tell it all before you ask for your attorney, yeah. But you can never be me. Knew who I was before I got out the trap to sell a CD. I've been shoulder to shoulder with gangsta facing LAPD. Felony after felony, still to be yelling me free. Now my philosophy is no possession, no apostrophe. Cause ain't no use in being in prison, you ain't got to be. Ironically, we dodge it crazy, I go with hammer. Just how they used to dodge, we get with braids and bandana. Man, they been more mad killing than the days in the year. One day fighting for it, worth it much of leaving it here. I'm saying
One life to live, just don't say. One life I'ma live forever. Stand for something, fall for nothing, no. Rest in peace, the dead that's on my soul. You only die once and then you go. Who thought we'd be fighting all alone? Who don't know the rights from the wrongs? Truth comes to the light behind it all.
Welcome back to Shop Talking Randomish with King Insane and the lovely Starlight. I am Will Sane.
It's your boy Rick Gang. I am in the building. And to all you itches who were clowning me last night about my hair, Greg, damn you.
It's gone.
Damn you, Greg.
Hey.
It's gone.
Hey, he had these little tumbleweeds on there.
He let it grow out. He
Damn
let it grow out. You growing out. You was quarantined and all these.
Hey, dog.
He didn't let it grow out. It wouldn't grow out.
Hey, dog. Hey, dog, they were clowning you, boy. Hey, I needed them last, though, dog. I needed them, dog.
It's funny, but it's not.
They clowned your boy bad last night,
It
boy.
was bad,
I
man.
tried my mohawk, man. I was trying to hit him with the mohawk.
Oh,
Hey, you wanna know
no.
what?
I would have.
I'll show you pictures.
He had puffs up there.
No.
Hey, boy, it's bad. It's bad. Hey, but let me tell you though, if you see me from behind, it's beautiful. It's beautiful all back. Hey, dog, it's beautiful all back there, dog. Hey, dog, you start coming up here, dog. I'm gonna show you a picture, dog. Man, hey, they were talking about your boy bad last night.
Damn, I wish I was here.
Hey, man, it was bad on Facebook for your boy last night.
Man.
Hey, but hey, somebody just walked in the barbershop. What you need? What you want?
Yo, Rick Will. Starlight, Zeta Phi Beta, right?
Yes, sir.
I have never met a Zeta in my entire life that did not have a good work ethic. Every single one that I know has a good work ethic. How many of y'all went over?
It was 3 of us.
Okay, you feeling pretty good about it?
Yes.
Did you have to have any second guesses before you took the step?
No, I've been wanting to do this for the past 20 years. I finally was able to make it happen. So I got in on Centennial. I'm happy.
I respect you, Black. I really do. All the Zeta Phi Betas I know have very good
we
work
are the only
ethic.
constitutionally bound sorority and fraternity.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right, gotcha.
So y'all about to get into Jada and Will?
That's what they say.
Yes, we gotta talk about Jada and Will.
You know we gotta talk about them.
I got to tell you, man. I saw the interview.
You saw
I saw the first one with August and Angela Yee.
Yes.
And then I saw Will and Jada talk about it just today.
All right, stay here.
Hey, don't go nowhere because I hadn't seen it, but I have
right here because you finna be a part of this.
I have comments about some of that type stuff, but I hadn't seen it, so I'm gonna go back and check it out.
Yeah, because right now you're about to be out. Hold on, we're gonna use you as our expert guest on that then. Because I haven't seen the whole video. Starlight, you've seen some of the video, right?
Yes, I saw the original.
Okay, you saw
conversation.
Yeah, because
and then I've seen
this is
parts
not a new conversation with them.
The 2 newest ones.
Okay, so now let's start. So all right, so everybody already knows that August came out and said that him and Jada had an affair.
He inferred. He never said.
He inferred.
Exactly.
He inferred
that they got it on.
He inferred.
And Will knew about it.
He made a song about it.
He made a song about
it? Yes, it's on his music.
Nanya.
It's a song called Nanya.
Okay.
That's kind of, yeah. Huh? No, that's on the new.
It came out last year, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's not on the new because he just dropped a 30-song project.
And look that
last
song
week.
up. Can you look that song up? Can you look it up?
Yeah, I'll try.
All right, so Nanya.
Try what the hell you can't work.
No, I'm saying I got
so
you.
you need not to be back there. You
Hey,
can't,
listen here, Mohawk.
So Rick said, Rick Shorty the producer of the show.
You can't. Exactly. When I was back there on the board, I was looking up stuff.
This is why we can't have nothing.
All right, so Starlight. So All right, so August had an interview.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you said there was an
Angela
original.
Yee.
No, she said there was an
The
original.
original, oh no, the original one he did a table. He did the red table talk.
Ooh, you like how my voice got so deep?
I know. Hold on.
Beautiful.
Hold on, you drunk boy over there.
I wish I was, but I ain't been drunk in a while.
But
So what
anyway,
was the original?
not years
Red
ago,
table
but
talk.
seasons ago,
Okay.
Jada, Gammy, and Willow had him on, and he was talking. They were talking about at the time people dealing with depression, mental issues, and addiction, and how you sometimes cope and self-medicate with other things. And so it was back then when it came out, people were trying to hint that it was him and Gammy.
Oh, they
that kind of had
that August and Gammy had.
Yes,
something
that
going on?
kind of had something in between.
Jada Mama is kind of
before.
fine now.
But this was actually
no
at the
comment.
time.
Yeah, she
at the
bad.
time when it
She
would have
bad.
happened, it was before Gammy's current marriage.
Okay.
And so it was, a safe time if it would have happened. But that's what it was hinted at, is that because of his friendship with them, lines got blurred and got crossed, and
So now
a connection happened. It was not, and it was the way it was on the show. It was more so like Jada kind of seemed to start to talk about how people can blur lines when you're,
Was that on the first interview?
Yes.
Okay.
But he kind of stopped the conversation, and so it died down a while or whatever. And then when this recent one came up, it kind of was like, oh, okay. So y'all, so like the way the interview sounded and the way he kind of was answering the questions that were trying to be pulled out of him was more so like, okay,
She wouldn't pull it.
let me go ahead and.
She asked him straight.
Yeah, straight up.
No, but
with no pulling, with no Novocaine.
I don't mean like she had to like force it out.
He
It was
like
just
throwing it
more
up.
like. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The way
Yeah.
he was answering questions this time, more so. You know how when you've gone through something, but you realize that okay,
Traumatic.
I'm gonna speak on it
Yeah.
to get it to release it.
Yeah, he had to get it out of the system.
That's what this interview came across as. However, all the people in social media who swear up and down that just because you hear something today, it just happened today. So they were making it like, oh my God, it's a whole cheating scandal. It was like, no, like technically whenever this did happen, and going back on the timeline, like with how Jada said in her thing with Will, they were on a break.
So
it was a break time in their years ago. Like I would say it had to be at least a good 5 or so years ago.
Eric,
She said 4.
Eric, how long was it? How long ago was it? You know?
Yeah, she said 4.
And that was
it was 4 years ago.
And that sounds
Because
about right, because it was around
it happened
the
in the
time.
past because, like I say, this is the second instance of this hitting headlines.
What do you
This is
mean?
not the first time this is hitting headlines.
With August?
Yeah.
Or somebody else?
No, with August. With August,
Like I said, the
This is
first
not
time when it
he-
hit,
Yeah.
the first time when
I've
it
ever
hit,
heard about it.
people kind of made it sound like it was with Gammy.
Okay.
But even the family there was saying like, no, it was like, they never. I think out of respect for him because he didn't want to speak on it then.
Yes,
Right.
he
And,
did.
and it was just.
Yes, he did. But go
Well,
ahead, I'm listening.
I think he chose not to because of what he was doing career wise at the time.
He didn't want to.
It wouldn't have been a good move for him. However,
he just put an album
him
out.
speaking,
He
speaking,
just
if
put an album
he was
out.
doing.
if
put an
to
album
use
out.
the phrase that they do use a lot on the red table, if he is to speak his truth this time, hopefully it is because he
just put
tired
an
of
album
having
out.
it bottled down
He just put
and
an album
pushing
out.
stuff out.
He just
So-
put an album out.
Because
Hold on.
Publicity.
because
He just put an album out.
no, that's what I'm saying. I hope it's not
you
just
think he
for
just put an album
publicity.
But do
He
you
just
think
put an
it's-
album
No.
out.
Do you think it's real?
No,
Just put
because
an album out. Oh, it happened.
because
no, I'm talking about. Does she feel like?
no,
he's
I
trying to
hope
get
it's
out of
not just for publicity. I hope it is to get out his system because of the other stuff he's dealt with in his life.
it? Yeah.
You keep holding on to stuff just for like whatever it could do for you. He's going to go back down that road of depression, mental stuff, finding a new addiction, and this that way. It was like when you've gone through sex addiction, drug addiction,
He had all these
people
addictions?
addiction.
Oh,
Like
he almost died. he had some.
Yeah, he had a bad liver.
Because
he
he,
almost just kid.
but no, this
Kidney,
is because
kidney.
he was
Yeah,
a
his
kid
kid had-
who now had to take care of kids from his family members,
I don't know,
and
he's
he
been
had
through some
he had
he's been
all
through
of
some
his
ish.
life
Yeah,
fall
yeah.
on him, and he couldn't deal with
I
it.
don't know
And
anything about him, okay.
he kept trying to search for things and pull for
Right,
things
right.
and deal with it. And it's like at this point, honestly, I hope he's just trying to get it all out so he can finally
just put the album
live.
out. Yeah.
We
album
understand that.
out.
That's why I said
He
I
didn't buy the album.
hope
He just put the album
it's
out.
not
He
just
he
I
just
for
didn't
put the
buy it.
album
I
out.
didn't buy it.
Hey, Ryan, I'm black. I don't buy music.
Hey, Eric,
I don't buy music.
how was the interview? Because the only parts I saw of the interview, I think I saw the beginning, I believe, when Will and Jada were talking, and it sounded like they had a plan going in. So tell me, how was it, Will? I mean, how was it, Eric? How did you feel the interview? Did you feel it was authentic? And walk us through.
Yeah, it was authentic. It was authentic, but Will made a point, and Jada did too. Made a point in saying no, it wasn't an issue there being a blessing given to August.
I saw that.
It was made clear to him that we're on a break now, so it's not so much I'm giving a blessing to you as much as it's like she's free.
Yeah,
She's
at that
free.
point,
This would not be considered cheating. And Jada made a point was saying that would have been home wrecking, and there was no home wrecking going on.
Exactly.
Everything was consensual.
Exactly.
And Will even said, well, let me say this. I like the way those two talk. They talk like real adult friends
but
who have a sexual relationship,
But
but they're genuinely friends. I like that about
and I
them.
think honestly, I think at the time
I'm
when
gonna ask a question here in a few minutes
But I
about
think-
that in a minute.
I
Go
think
ahead.
the way Eric just explained how it comes off to him, it does come off as that. But I think it came down because of that time where she was just like, I can't do this.
I feel like
And
she
because
dominant.
of what
She
he
more
went
dominant.
through, because of what he went through with his first marriage, where he came into this one saying divorce is no longer like divorce. I ain't even thinking about it. They really
He
said
literally got married 2 years later after he left his first wife.
And I think she made a statement.
no.
like,
She always was like,
yeah, this is
like,
not-
it's either
we gonna work this-
we doing it or we
Oh,
done.
we done,
You can have
yeah.
somebody over
and
there.
that was
We have a house big enough that
No,
You can have
that-
somebody
that-
over there.
I heard that.
But that
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
about that came about after the reconciliation. She was like, "Look, this is our new thing now. Is this?" She was like, "I am willing to give this the try you want to give it again if this is what you're willing to accept."
hold on. When
And
there
he
is-
was
no,
willing
no,
to
let me-
accept
I want to
that.
tell you something that comes off clear to me about Jada Pinkett Smith. She does not come off as a bed hopper. She's definitely not a swinger.
Not at all.
But she also clearly likes multiple pipe, and she got to have it.
What?
I don't believe it was an issue.
Hold on, say that.
But I think it's-
Hold on, say that. I need you to say that one more time.
She wanted some new pipe, and August had what she liked.
Hold on, say
But
that one more time.
I also think
said
it's
that she likes
She's not a
multiple
bed
pipe.
hopper, but
No.
she
She likes
likes
multiple
pipe.
pipe.
But I
But,
think
you know,
but I
Jada-
think it's from this point. This from this standpoint. If what she has is working for her, and everything that she needs is there, good.
No, he didn't say-
However,
We
if
finna
this
ask a
no
question.
longer works for me,
I'm done.
I am cutting ties and going to something
Okay, so
else.
let's ask
And
this.
that's I see nothing wrong with
But
that.
Jada
Like
wasn't
if
happy.
you're adult enough
Well,
to say
here-
that,
hear me out, hear
and
me out.
every partner, fine.
It appears that August was vulnerable.
He does.
Very
That-
vulnerable.
I think she
And
manipulated him. I
Jada
think
was
she
like,
manipulated
okay,
him.
this dude got the pipe that she like.
I think she
so she'll be
manipulated
his
So did she take
friend,
advantage- did
and
she take
get, and she could get this.
Yeah.
August was supposed to keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
He did
Yeah.
not.
But she was taking him on
so
red
they
carpet.
found
hold
a way
on. I
to.
think two
So
things happen
because
here.
they're the people that they are, they're like, okay, this is gonna make some money for us, so we need to just come on and come out and start talking about it. Because he's basically said it, but he ain't come right out and said it. Had I been Angela Yee, my question would have been, did you doggy style Jada Pinkett? I want to know. I don't want to hear no crap about somebody's blessing. I don't want to hear no crap about, friendship and all this. I believe that y'all friends. I do.
What positions?
That is not why you were sitting here today. Did you rock that
Tell me
phrase?
the position.
Man.
Hey, what that thing look like?
Man.
What that thing look
Oh.
like? That's one of the
And
questions I'm
this
asking.
is
What
why
that thing
y'all
look like?
don't
and
get
when he
interviews
said Will
like
get a
that.
blessing,
Hey.
I was like, is that your way of saying Will was holding the camera? Because if there's a video, we need to see it.
Nah, tight up, man.
What's her college
No,
education
no,
like?
let me tell you. No, we
Oh, you going?
Okay,
okay,
bro,
okay.
you know how we do it.
Okay,
So don't be
okay.
putting up hold up, dog.
When
Let me tell you
has
something.
Hey man,
You ain't
don't
been here in a
make
minute.
something small
Let me
so
tell-
big.
Hey, let me
now.
tell you something, dog.
I ain't been up
Let
in
me
this
tell
shop
you-
for a
let me
minute,
tell you,
man.
young.
You feel me? I
Let me
grew
tell you,
up.
young, you ain't been here in a minute.
I grew
we
up.
do this thing how we do this thing. When we stop this thing, we stop this thing.
Hey, listen here.
Let me tell you how
partner.
this thing work around
Hey,
here.
hey, hold on, customers. Hold on, customers. What's up?
Do we need to shut up?
Oh,
do we need to
all
go
right.
to
You know we got too
small
much
commercial?
black on black
Oh,
right
okay,
now. We got too much black on
Now,
black.
let me tell you what let me tell you what I believe happened.
Go ahead. What
I
happened?
believe, I really and truly believe, Jada took advantage of a young man in need.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
after that, I think, but in her taking advantage of him,
She didn't exploit him. She
hold
just
on.
took advantage.
Yes. But in her
She
taking
mind-schooled
advantage of him, she told him, "Look here, dog. This is just a beat
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That's all we doing." Now I think August got feelings because Jada. I believe Jada is a beast.
Yes.
In the bed.
But it took
and she took and she
Jason's
whooped
lyrics.
him. I think she whooped him.
But Rick,
and he couldn't handle the whooping.
Jada knew what she was doing. She's a grown
Yeah.
woman.
Show him
She said
things they ain't that.
You said, all right, let me show you. Let me tell you something.
She
Okay.
put that thing on that young boy. She said, "Oh God."
Let me tell you the difference in the two, right?
Sound like that.
After
Ew.
the kid, yeah, she did have the kid on him.
Boomerang.
Oh God.
The toes be
I ain't got no panties on.
Problem that I have with Jada with this, right? With what you saying, I don't think she told him that she mind screwed that kid. And here's why I say that. It wasn't just a beat thing. Because you don't take booed up pictures with people you just beat thing with. You don't take booed up. She got a lot of booed up pictures. Is that the one with Queen Latifah in the background? That's one with Queen Latifah in the background looking like she knew what was going on.
No, you nasty.
There's
Just nasty.
They was just finna run.
Nasty.
They look like they were finna run.
No, what you not gonna
They
do
look like
is
they
say
finna
that.
woo woo.
Yeah.
I'm
That
just
is-
saying
that
that was
I
the mean
heard,
thing.
but
That was
this
the mean
this
thing.
was going
That was
on.
the mean
But
thing.
this was going around though. I heard August end up leaving her just because he wanted to protect their friendship. This is what I heard. I don't know if it's true.
Hey dog, that's
You
a small
feel me?
move. Hey dog,
Hey, well,
Out of
when
respect.
she talked about the relationship, she referred to it as being tangled. She said I was tangled in, and Will Smith
Yeah,
or someone was like, "Oh, that's what you call it, tangled."
Hold on.
Tangled in.
Hold on. Will Smith said what? Will Smith said what?
When she was talking about it, she made a point. This was with Will sitting next to her. She's like, "I got entangled in another relationship," and then Will goes, "Oh, is that what you calling it? Tangled? You were tangled in?" Like he was basically saying you wasn't tangled. It was just like Will
You
just
was in a
said on the
relationship.
just the Will we talking with right now. It's just like he said. She put a mind game on the dude.
Let me ask you a
Yeah.
question.
She turned that dude out, man.
Yeah.
She mind sexed him.
Let me ask a question.
Then she
Yeah.
she miffed him.
Yeah.
All right. So question
Yeah.
is this then. Question is this.
I would have been messed up too.
Hey, dog.
I ain't go front,
Hey.
This is the question.
man.
So they called.
"Oh,
So they ended up calling it quits, right? They ended up calling it quits. August and Jada. Did Will make Jada call it quits?
No.
No.
So
He hasn't
why did
made
they
her do
why did they call
anything.
it quits? Because
But
I'm wondering.
Honestly,
Because
Jada
Jada was
was
giving it to her too
So why
good.
did
I
they call it
think,
quit?
like
I
he
don't think
said,
Jada had- I
Did she say?
like he said, for trying to save the friendship because
So August
there
called
was
it
a
quits?
friendship before
Right. Before all
this.
that.
They crossed
She
that
called him
line,
son.
and
Okay.
I think
Did she call him
honestly,
son?
they wanted to. They realized, okay, if we are to save the friendship and also not have you go further down the messed up slide you on, this has to be cut.
Will and Jada just got to be friends now then because I'm sure.
No,
It's
no,
no way.
Nah.
No, that's for
That's
you.
what they say.
That's
They
if,
say they
that's
have a life
if,
partnership.
that's
They
if
gotta
you
be
were
friends.
Will. No, that's
Married,
if
you wanna
you
have
were
a
the
life
Will
partnership.
with this
No,
Jada.
that's what-
You would
that's
only
what
be
friends
friends.
are.
There's no
There's
way.
no way you.
It's no way.
There's no way you.
That's
Yes.
you.
There's no way
It's
you.
Jada even
There's no way
admitted.
you.
Jada
Hold
even
on.
admitted on
There's
her
no
on
way
her
you.
thing that she's been sad or unhappy for a long time
Yeah,
with Will for a
she had
long
been-
time.
I heard
She
Will
said it was
boring.
at her
I heard
45th
y'all wheels are
birthday.
boring.
Her 45th birthday was where she had her break.
I heard y'all
And-
wheels are boring.
Shut it up. Just stop
Man,
it.
shout out to the goat,
But
man.
anyway,
There's a will. There's a way.
anyway,
Somebody.
she admitted
got 4
on her
minutes, what we gonna do?
45th birthday was where she had her break and she could no longer hide her sadness about it, and she took it to him, and then he even admitted that at that initial point when she did bring it to him, all he felt was just an ego trip, because his whole life was building up him and doing everything to be like, okay, I'm gonna do all this for you and all this for you because it's gonna make me feel good. But he realized when he saw her hurt, when he saw how the kids were hurting, like he had to literally step outside of who he was to see his family, and that's what he realized was like.
Was that after wasn't that after old girl? Who? So they did Hitch.
No, this was at the time. This was in the whole like.
Something happened to him and Eva Mendes?
They got a little too close.
Man, look.
They got a little too close.
I don't blame her either.
I think the whole house I'm gonna say on
Makusa.
I want to tell y'all something.
But it was around all that.
All
of that happened.
We got 2 minutes.
What they say, Eric?
Will said that we've always agreed that I am here to deliver her happiness, and she is here to deliver my happiness. And that was the only thing that struck me as silly, because if you truly are friends, it's not the happiness that you're supposed to deliver. You're supposed to deliver correct. I'm here to deliver correct for her. She's here to deliver correct for me. And then happiness will follow. But they're entertainers, and they would naturally say happiness because that's what entertainers do.
Well,
that's a weird statement to say. That's a weird statement because they both said that they came to a point of realizing I can't get my happy from someone else. I have to get it from myself. And when I'm happy with myself, when I'm happy from myself, that's what I'm saying. It's funny that to now flip it.
I even took that quote from him.
You should have got that from your therapist.
That's where they got it from. When they all went to therapy, they was like, "Wait, we got to work this out."
Sister girl.
You see,
my therapist is a true sister girl.
You still fooling with it.
Hey, hold on. Let me say it's true.
Are we finna go?
I think we got to.
Okay.
Because Charlie might have to. I saw my therapist in Kroger the other day. I had to dodge her because I haven't seen her in about like 5 weeks. I only saw her 2 sessions.
You see,
she was too sister girl. I'm sorry, man. She was way too sister girl.
Hey, put in your applications. Jada looking for some new pipe.
Hey,
put in your application.
But see, I'm 47. I'm 47 though. I might not.
You ain't got it no more?
No, I got it.
I know you can get some pills.
I need some pills. Hey, what can I? No, them will kill you. The gas station pills will kill you. Except for that yellow, but like Free told us home in that yellow and black pack.
After she leave, you'll still be trying to.
Man, when she came on the air about a year or so ago and said she had plastic surgery on her vagina, I was like, that's all I need to know.
Oh, can I see it? I want to see it.
She had the mommy makeover.
Jada? Is it pictures?
Yeah.
Is it
I mean,
pictures?
it was.
Is it pictures?
You gotta go.
Hey, no. Hey, y'all know what time it is. About that time to clean the clippers. Sweep the floors. Since we didn't clean the bathroom last week, Starlight, you got the bathroom. Hey,
it's not because you're a female.
It's because you're a female.
We're
and
not
haven't been here.
sexist.
The shop is closed.
Get out.
Later, fellas.
All right, boy. See you next week.
Tuned into WWWE Hakeville, AM 1100.
The opinions expressed during the sponsored programs on this station are strictly those of the program hosts, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of Beasley Broadcast Group, this station, its staff, other advertisers.